Well, is that bait mathematically or politically logical? As far as 2019, of course, is concerned, for political scientists and strategists, the numbers matter. What does a presidency or the APC or Buhari camp gain from a Southeast alliance? Well, when I say that, with all sense of responsibility, because if you look at the figures and the votes in 2019, what did the president get in the Southeast? Why is his team thinking of an alliance with the Igbos? Would the Igbo national or nation swim along the tide being dictated by the Buhari team? Well, let's get talking, everyone. I guess that's something that you will want to hear more about. We have a strong voice from the Southeast tonight on the program, and a chieftain of the APC, who interestingly is the publicity secretary of the APC in Lagos, Mr. Joe Igbokwe, joins us on the program. Also joining us on the program tonight on the panel is a regular analyst on the program, a lawyer and a political analyst, Mr. Curtis Adigba. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thanks for having us.
Are you guys, I'm talking about the Igbo nation, really going to fall for this? Are you going to take the 2023 bait?
Well, you know, we have to play the politics. I'm from Igbo, and I know that anytime you see the Council of State meeting, you know, you won't see any of our person there. We're not spectators.
Is that what matters?
It matters. It matters. My mother,
because you guys are more commerce and trade oriented.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Politics is superior to economics.
Really?
Go and ask Professor Lasky of the London School of Economics. He will tell you. Political power is very important. Political power can be used to crush your business. We have seen it happen severally, not even once. So, yes, we want it. Ever since Azikiwe died, or when he was there, he was not even the substantive president, he was just a ceremonial president. Our people thought he was the president of Nigeria. Since then, okay, civil war came. We fought the civil war, and we know what happened. Now, for the stability of this country, in the interest of this nation, it must happen.
The Igbo presidency?
It must happen, but there is a caveat, there's a proviso. We have to play the politics.
But I I understand what you're talking about quite well.
Yes.
And for the little of the Igbo politics that I know, that I've studied, you guys have never been together. You have never spoken with one
There
voice.
has never been, I've been in Lagos for close to 35 years. There has never been any ethnic group in Nigeria that has remained one block.
No, don't say that.
No, I'm just.
Mr. Igbokwe, go to the Second Republic, see what happened in the Southwest, even the First Republic. Southwest, more than perhaps any region of the country, has perhaps sung from the same hymn book. Even the northern region of the country.
I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true.
But Igbo
there has never been a time a section of this country, you know, was on one page. On one page.
Really?
Without having some, you know, it's good for us. It's good for the Commonwealth. That's why Babangida thought in his you know, that in his own imagination that is good for us to have two political party systems, so that you will not have one party for the Igbos. I mean, the three major ethnic groups. That was the reason. And that idea of going to your region, northwest, going to region west, was rendered nugatory by two-party system.
Let me allow Mr. Adigba to come in here. I mean, you perhaps you have a lot of knowledge about Nigerian politics and about the United States politics. So some similarities, though, but a lot of differences. Do you think it's commonsensical for the Igbos to think about coming together to support Buhari and looking at 2023?
Well, let me first of all, speak to what Joe said. It is not correct to say that the Igbos are not together.
Politically speaking?
Yes, and that no part of the country...
No, you can educate me.
In the last
Give
election,
me instances where
in the last election, the Igbos unanimously voted for President Goodluck Jonathan.
That is it.
That they were together.
The president scored only
they were together.
193,000 votes, 183,000
if you come to the Southwest, then you could argue that they were not together because the difference between President Jonathan and President Buhari was about 650,000 votes. That wasn't the case in the Southeast, okay? And so you cannot therefore make the case that they have never been together. They put, most of the time, they vote in just one direction. Now, having said that, I think that this is the period of permutations and alliances and people coming together. And look, it's legitimate and genuine aspirations of the Igbos to produce the president of this country. And it is for them. But I do not think that the mere fact that the Secretary to the Government of the Federation said, this is the best way for the Igbos, will mean that all the Igbos will support that position, all right? I think the Igbos have their leaders, they have the political leaders, and they can also sit down with any other group of people looking at the political realities and projection and say, look, this is the best way for us to go.
I mean, from 1999, I still disagree with you. I mean, with a sense of modesty. Since 1999, Mr. Adigba,
yes,
I cannot say positively that the Igbos have come together for an aspiration of one front.
Look, no, I'm not talking. Look, aspirations are different, but you can look at aspiration from the direction that they choose to go. In 1999, majority of the Igbos voted for President Obasanjo, the PDP. Yeah. So they've always made known their political leaning. So you cannot argue that they are not together. The fact is that if the presidency of Nigeria were to be chosen from the Southeast alone, it would have been Obasanjo or Jonathan.
They play a similar politics with the Republican Party in the United States.
Well, again, there's a difference. When you're talking about a Republican, you are talking about different groups coming together based on different interests. You have cultural conservatives. They are also Republicans. They are concerned with the culture, retaining the culture. You have physical conservatives, okay? But when you come to local politics, yes, it's basically not on any specific ideology. It is, look, we need to have our person in the presidency, okay, or in the state house, and we think this is the best way to go in and get that done.
Okay, I mean, agreeing is one thing. Getting the voters down there in the Southeast region, those 5 states, is another ball game, the kettle of fish entirely. How feasible and how practical is it to drive this message home to the average Igbo man who believes that the cock on that flag in that party is what they believe in?
Yeah, Abga.
Oh, well, Abga, yes. You know, this is not the first time. Most of us said it, but it's not the first time. I have been on it in the past so many years back. That if you want to rule this country, if you want to take a shot at the presidency, you have to play the politics. You have to vote other people for other people to vote for you. That's it. You know, the game that played out during 2015 elections is that people said, okay, if Jonathan finishes, he's going to hand over power to us. But they're not looking at the equation. They're not looking at the statistics, and it backfired. We said it's going to backfire.
You've learned your lesson.
Because I was an APC.
Just a moment,
and I said,
just a moment. We need to take this break. When we come back, well, there are a lot of criticism on the table for the APC government. My panel on the program will be dissecting this issue for us. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll just get started.